Welcome to another video from Dr. Lock. About a week ago we did a video about an endoscope or a boroscope where we attached a needle to the end of it to use as a lock decoder or lock reader. And since then another one of my toys has arrived. This is another one that I bought at the same time. The difference between this one is this one's actually Wi-Fi, and apparently the resolution is going to be better. I look on the side here and it says 0.3 megapixels, 1 megapixel, 1.3 and 2 megapixels. Now it was meant to be 2, but it's not actually marked on the side, or the diameter of the actual probe as well. So hopefully there's the part number there. Hopefully they've sent me the right one, because clarity is what it's all about. So this was the more expensive model, so I'm hoping for a lot better performance out of this one. So I'll just take you through and show you what's actually in the box. Okay, so we have our instructions. Yes, most of it's in Chinese. There's not much really we can decipher there. We've even got images for a USB boroscope, so that's interesting. So all I can really take from this is that we're going to need to install an app on the phone to be able to connect to it via Wi-Fi. So there's no big deal there. The actual product itself, here it is here. There it is there in black. Well, I'll look at that in a second. We've got our ear cleaning probes here. So they're just going to stay in there. We've got a little bit of a cloth here in a little bag, and we've got a USB plug. Now that takes a standard Android USB plug, not the new round one that's like a football shape. It's that standard micro USB plug. Anything else in the box? Nope, that's it. Okay, so let's just go over this probe just very quickly. I'll give you some sizes, that way you get a bit of an idea. On the back here you have your USB. You remove the cover comes off. You have a button for photos and you have a button for turning it on, and most likely you might be able to do video off it. Until we get the app, we're not going to really know how that works. And yeah, charging port at the back. So let's just hold it down for about 5 seconds, see if we get any light. Okay, it's on, and we're getting some lights from the top there. Push it again, the lights go off. Push it again, they go on. Okay, so there's like a 2-second push to get the light off. Photo button, does that do anything? No. Okay. Anything else unscrew? No. Bit of a screw thread here on the end. Let's go through and measure this. So the outer diameter here, 5.44, length about 24 mil, and there's no way to really measure that screw thread. It doesn't even look like a screw thread on the end. Turning it off, I'm guessing it's just a 5-second hold down. And it's off. Yeah, it's a long press to turn off. Alright, so the other pick that we made, or reader, we actually had a coupler. I'm going to see if we get lucky about just putting that over the top and seeing if that works. If not, we might have to modify something. So, but let's go through now. Let's grab the phone, let's install the app and see if we can connect. Basically, it should be a straightforward procedure. We use the QR code, we use it against the phone. That should take us to a place where we can download the link. We install that on the mobile phone, then we go to settings, and we go to Wi-Fi, pair it up, and then we should be getting an image on our mobile phone. So let's, I'll do that in fast forward, so now you know what's happening, so you don't have to sit around and watch all of it. Okay, so now we have the app installed. Let's go settings. Wireless settings, rename, no. So let's go settings on the phone and check if we've actually connected. So I'm going to need to turn this on. And it's on. Going to need to go to settings, connections, Wi-Fi, and I'm just going to wait till it actually appears. So I can see it appearing now. So I select that one. Auto connect. Okay, so it's connecting now. That's good. Let's go back to here. Push the play button. Oh, we got an image. We've got an image. Okay, I don't know if that's 3 megapixels, but it does look reasonably clear. I'm going to try the photo button now. And it did seem to take a photo. Let's try the video record button. And it seems to be recording an image now. And that does look very good. Quality does look very good too. Okay, so it does record. It's got a where you can find your files, you can flip the camera, rotate the camera, flip it. Seems to be going in the right direction. Yep, so it's going in the right direction. We also have resolution here, so we want, let's go 1600 by this one. So this is the highest resolution. Oh, it's very stretched. I think 1280 by 720 is probably the best we're going to get to keep it not so distorted. Yeah, it's still actually very stretched. So we don't want to go down 640. Alright, we'll have to go the highest one. Alright, so that's the camera. Just turn it off. Now the test is to actually marry it up with a lock picker or a lock needle and see how it looks on the end of a lock.
Don't you look at me so funny? Do you look like it's so funny? I know you like my eggs, Johnny. You catch more flies with the honey. You catch more flies with the honey. You catch more flies with the honey. I don't like working very hard, like sleeping in my bed, I don't like.
Alright, so we've got our light coming out now, and we've got our needle. It's making all the right sounds. So let's test it. I will try and record this footage as well, so that I can put it all together. So we're just waiting for it to connect. We'll go back to settings, just check that. Okay, so there it is there connecting. So it just takes a little bit of time. Let's go back, let Wi-Fi connect. Now let's try it again. Okay, there we are. So we've got our needle coming down here, which looks very good. And we want to use it in this fashion. There's my finger, yes. So I'm happy with that as an image. Alright, let's start record now. Okay, our first example is a Euro cylinder. So let's go in there and see what we can get from that. Ooh, that clarity is much better than our last example. Using this large coupler here is giving me quite a nice grip to actually work with. Okay, clarity is a problem from this distance, as you can see. Light down the back of the cylinder is a problem. Okay, let me see if that can refocus. No, so there is no focus on that, so that's a problem there. Second example here, let's go through and see what we can do with this cylinder here. So unfortunately it's not lighting down the back of the actual cylinder as much as we need it to. So unfortunately this might actually be a fail because I'm getting nothing from this. Okay, I think we've seen enough. Right, so this particular tool here, stop recording. It seems to be good on size, good on Wi-Fi, good power, good all these other things. Coupling it up with a decoder needle on the end was good as well. There's no problems there. But the clarity I'm getting is only good when it's actually up close, like right about there. So we're talking a couple of millimeters away from the actual lens, about that far. You can see that. That's quite a good image there. The problem is, if we want to be right down the back here, we're getting quite blurry. I mean, that is passable, but it's not great. The further you go down that needle, the more blurry it gets. Next biggest problem is that we are not projecting that light into the actual plug. Thought I just broke it then. So unfortunately, I'm going to put this down as a fail. I don't think this is going to do us any good for what we need to use it for. Although we can use it for multiple different applications. You might even use it for, you know, looking into a lock, or looking through a door, or looking through something else. But unfortunately, as a key reader, I'm going to put this Wi-Fi optiscope inspection camera down as a bit of a fail. So now you've all been waiting to see what else it can do. Let me put one of these tips on and I'll clean out my ear with it. Nah, just kidding. I'm not going to do that. But yeah, that's disappointing. The distance, I mean, we're a fair distance there, and I am being able to see these dots, and I am getting quite a lot of zooming in there. And so it is a very interesting tool. As to what I can actually use it for now, I'm going to have to pop it aside and see what I can do with it. But for a key reader, I'm going to put it down as a fail. I think we got more better quality off this particular one here, and a better handle and a better feel for it. So I'm more impressed with the USB type that went in the back of the phone than this wireless type, mainly because of the optics and the actual camera that's built into that shaft there. Okay, if you have any comments, or if you've got any other methods or anything to add to this, please leave it down below, and thanks for watching.